Support ProPlay games on Patreon.
Do you think this is a little bit different though than how Texas went or how these other DBSS events were going?
No, this was like pretty much the same as Texas. I mean,
Yeah.
we see like with the one ofs, you're always gonna have some like oddball decks. So like we have 21, we have Cooler Mill. I know in Texas, like Wish Zamasu topped.
Mm.
So it's like you're gonna have these like oddball one ofs. There was a lot of U7, a lot of Sin. There was in Texas there was more KP, and I think there was more Gogeta Xenu, but
Yeah.
it's pretty clear. The meta seems to be pretty well defined at this point, right?
Yeah.
I think the top three decks, whatever position you want to put them in, this is just my opinion, right? You have U7 Goku, you have Sin Shenron, you have KP. Those three decks are like
And Gogeta.
I dislike Gogeta for a variety of reasons. So I would put those three at the top, and then kind of everything else falls in below. That's just my
Really?
opinion.
Wow.
Yeah,
Um,
I think Gogeta will do better in best of threes. Like we see one Gogeta here, and it's just like you can just play Gogeta and lose because your deck doesn't mill well. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. Yeah, for this best of
Yeah.
one mana, variance is not on your side.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I do think it's a very, very powerful.
Oh no, so yeah, I think if Gogeta hits its ceiling, it's the best deck in the game
Yeah.
for the first two turns because you go turn one Thwarting, turn two Trunks, the new Trunks dual attacker, you drop a 30k overwhelm, then on turn three you just blow your opponent out of the water. But the reality is that, uh, okay, hold on. The reality is that you're just not going to hit that every single game.
No, you're not, and
Yeah.
that's probably what played into the deck. Maybe not getting that win because we saw it in the finals of the Texas event.
Yeah,
And I think it just had a poor game, and I think that was the issue.
yeah,
But today we have a good pilot on it as well, so let's see how it goes for them. I'm expecting U7 Goku to win, but who knows? Let's see how it goes.
yeah. I My dog Matt Sublet, he's on U7 Goku. Obviously, I'm rooting for him. But we see this one little KP player here. I think he can do it. You know what I mean? If someone doesn't win, I gotta root for Rios on KP. Oh, hold on. They're pestering us. All right. Let's go ahead. Yeah.
The players were getting anxious.
They're
We're getting
getting-
into the game.
They're ready.
Start. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and start. Oh my goodness.
So here we're seeing a mirror match.
Win for a wild one.
Where,
Win.
yeah, so Robbie's on a very aggressive list, hacking the Scions.
Yeah. The
Seems to
black.
favor that, very high early aggression, not really worrying too much about the big guys at the end of the game,
Yeah.
and just really wanting to get Divine Presence out, the bull attacker after
Yeah.
applying a lot of pressures with the Scions Unison, because the Scions Unison basically forces your opponent to a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. It's basically one mana, deal 4 damage in a lot of games. Like,
I can see it being extremely strong in the mirror.
I agree. Yeah. The interesting thing is, so the one drops are not U7s. They're just kind of like in the deck. And then we have a Kava's Awakening. This is so he can Heartfelt Plea. You Kava's Awakening on your Vegeta, your Frieza, your dual attacker, it becomes a 25k, then you awaken and you have Heartfelt Plea. Interestingly enough, Brandon is playing red-blue. So he's going to have Sensu Bean. He's going to have Combination Attack. He's going to have Beer Super Combo. So he is, I think, like almost, I'd say, more well-equipped against this aggro version.
Yes, I do think so. I think having Sensu Bean is going to help
Yeah.
a ton against Will.
See, there we go. Yeah, we
And
got
he's playing Rival Seekers,
Yep.
kind of taking advantage of the fact that he's milling himself. So he gets to basically play, not I wouldn't say a super combo, but a free 10k,
Yeah.
in his deck, which is really, really nice. And that's going to help him with his arrivals offensively and defensively.
Yep.
So he's going to have that extra. I like what he's doing with the deck. I think it's it's a little bit unexplored, so I don't know
Yeah.
how well it's going to do. But I could definitely see where its strength out. If you're taking off turn one, which is pretty much the weakest turn of the deck,
Yeah.
you don't really establish, the best thing you can do is Gohan, pretty much.
Right, pretty much.
So it's like,
But we see the Gohan coming in. So this was something I like about U7 is the Skillish package that you can play. He comboed a Skillish in that 17. You draw one from the Gohan. You
Yeah.
draw one from the 17. That loads the drop area with U7s to help your awaken, and it protects your life. So
I think they're just talking here about what piles they want to separate the drop areas into. I think he was just putting his U7s to one side and his other ones to the other, maybe because he has a high amount of battle cards that aren't U7. He wants to make sure that that's clear to his opponent, clear to himself throughout the game. But pretty much very standard turns, I would imagine, for these decks. Brandon getting that multicolor down, it's going to be, maybe he's a little bit vulnerable this turn. Robbie could awaken, apply a lot of pressure this turn, and really get that life total lead, which is extremely important in the matchup.
Yeah, I don't think Robbie could. I don't think he's killing on 2, right? But I think what's he's going to go for is putting himself in a position to where he can win on 3. It's just, U7, like, they can explode on 2, but it's just like they don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, the nice little interaction there. So he has the Gohan, which lets him draw off of the skill list combo. So even these 1-drops later on in the game have a little bit of extra value if he has his Gohan on board, which is pretty nice. So he's seeing how we can, mess
like a ton of skill list.
Oh yeah, an incredible amount he's playing. I thought he was only going to be playing the.
There we go. There's our Saiyan. This was in Icarus. This was like one of my favorite cards in the deck.
Yeah. I don't like it in metas as much where my opponent awakens at 4 life.
Right.
But I think this one's pretty good. KP does not like this card.
No.
The Mirror does not like this card.
Yeah.
Goku.
It's really good against Soul Striker
Exactly.
as well.
Soul Striker does not like that card.
Yeah.
Decks that want to awaken at high life totals really don't like that.
Exactly. Because so you swing for 10k, you neg 1,
Yeah.
and then you summon 2 skillless 1-drops from your deck or drop area. So you can also get them from drop in case there's none left in your deck.
Yeah. We're just having a little discussion here with the judge. Yeah, it's just really good because it pushes the tempo of the game and makes it faster. And since it's so difficult for U7 to deal damage to each other, I mean, not that it's so difficult, but that it's, the early game is just like you're sitting at each other with so much life total that you're kind of just fighting for board position more than anything else because you don't want to give your opponent more cards. But Robbie's putting his opponent in the position where he's fighting for board and Robbie's attacking life, right?
Exactly.
His opponent on the back foot, which is going to be a really good outcome.
Yeah.
I don't like it as much against decks like Gogeta Xeno and stuff like that. Just because you're pushing the tempo of the game to where they want to be anyways.
Exactly. Yeah.
But,
And we got these little 1-drop 10Ks. The interesting thing is if you have a second Scion, you can +1 it, and
then it becomes dangerous.
It itself, and then every 1-drop skill list gets +5k.
Yeah.
So you could then generate technically 3 15k attackers for 1 energy. It's very strong.
Yes. I don't imagine much of Robbie's board is living, simply because his opponent is playing cooler.
Right.
I assume he doesn't have beers was cooler, or he would have just.
No. He's not playing cooler.
He's not playing.
No, you're talking about Cooler Arrival.
Yeah.
He is not playing Cooler Arrival.
Interesting.
The only U7s, the only multicolor he plays 2 Beerus Super Combo, 2 the Rival Seeker, 4 Checkland, and 4 Sensu Bean. That's the only. Yeah, he's not going for the Arrival package. He just wants Sensu Bean. So I talked to him earlier. That's the only reason I know this.
Oh, okay.
Is because he said. He's like, bro, I want to play Sensu Bean. And I'm like, yeah, very fair. Sensu Bean's a broken card. Like, I get why you want to play it.
I understand where he's coming from. I was just surprised that he wouldn't, be just going in on the cooler arrivals.
Mm-hmm.
They just seem like a really good card right now. It's a really good meta.
We have
a lot of weenies.
Yeah, 25k double striker.
Yeah, no, this is this.
Oh,
he's defending.
Yep.
He is
super combo.
Oh, he uses the super combo without the sparking.
Yeah, so to get the draw. That's kind of tough. He's at looks like he's 5 life as well. Yeah, he
doesn't want to take the double. He does not want to go to 3 life.
That's a huge negative.
I think he should have out comboed one of the earlier swings.
Right. Yeah. And see Robbie keeping this 1 skillless up probably.
I see also combination attack in his hand.
Yeah, combo attack. Yeah. I think combination attack is extremely good in this meta. Against the like the black trunks, it just deletes it. Like it just removes it from the game.
True.
See, there we have the Sensu Bean in his hand. Sensu Bean could open up an extremely aggressive turn or a really defensive turn.
Yeah. I like that he was able to make it into this turn too without taking too much damage.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why Robbie didn't attack with all of his battle card 10Ks. Probably has a plan for those. Oh, I see what he's trying to combo with. Combo with it and generate an advantage off of that.
Exactly. Yeah.
He has the Gohan, but I think that plays a little bit into his opponent having removal for the Gohan. But we'll see. Oh, he uses it to protect his current one. Interesting.
Yeah.
He probably wants to play a Frieza here so I get him some board. Oh, okay. This is
So-
over. It just 15Ks.
Yeah.
Just die so easily in the matchup.
Yeah.
Between Frieza, between the counterplay.
Yep. And then if you neg something 0 with this card, you draw one. Do you think you go after you just? Do you think you just neg the 17 there? Because 17's like a.
I would definitely get the Gohan off the board. My opponent
Really?
obviously
Okay.
trying to do a lot of skillless thing,
Yeah.
and that is a big resource engine for them.
Okay.
And if Robbie wants to defend stuff, go for it. I mean,
Yeah,
he can't play around the Frieza, right? So
that's very true.
like
Yeah.
attack it, pitch me a card. Oh, I was gonna kill that anyways.
Right.
You know?
And once you see the Beerus super combo, Brandon can also awaken at any point. He has 7 U7s in the drop. Robbie can awaken at any point. Robbie's gonna try to save his awaken for again. He wants to.
I think
Heartfelt
this
plea is
turn-
limited to 1, so he wants to save it for the turn he can heartfelt plea. You are more likely to mill it than you are to draw it. Milling 3 extra cards there, not very good.
I think he has enough to awaken regardless,
Yeah.
so it shouldn't be an issue.
No.
But I think this turn we could see some fireworks. I could
Yeah.
definitely see something like a double Divine Presence turn since
Yeah.
he held this awaken, and that would really, really put a nasty wrench in Brandon's plan, unless he has Violent Rays. Getting rid of another Scion.
Like a Scion, that's tough.
I mean, it's just not good anymore.
Yeah.
One, your opponent's playing Beam. 2, they're gonna awaken.
Correct. Yeah.
Something is being planned here defensively by Brandon. We don't know what yet, but he couldn't have assumed to make it through his opponent's next turn without
Yeah.
awakening, right?
Right.
He's already at 5 life. So here we go. He's comboing off the skill list, getting that extra value with his I think the U7 combo. So if you have a skill list in your combo area,
Yep. Yeah, if you have only a skill list in your combo. And here we have Divine Presence. Divine Presence is a good card. You get it.
that does work, but he does give it -15.
Right. So the Goku's neg is a part of an auto, not a part of a counterplay, and then the Goku has deflect. So something like Yamcha would not be able to hit it, but this Goku definitely can.
Yeah.
And now this Goku can die to something like an after image technique, so it's really not safe to attack with the Goku.
Right, because he gets -15, and then he would gain +5.
Right.
Right, so he would be at 10K power.
So he's 10K now, and then when he attack, it actually goes to a 15K when it attacks, so that you can still attack.
But it
with
still dies to after image.
Right,
before
yeah,
the
because it's an auto, yeah.
So we'll see how this turn goes. Robbie's here attacking for 20. He's going to awaken. Let's see if he goes for the double Divine Presence. I think I would like to see that out of him.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, these are definitely like the oddball versions
Yeah.
of U7. But you know what? Sometimes you just want to get that edge in the mirror.
Oh, and then he awakens and plays another Divine Presence.
Yeah, well, I could kind of spell this one coming.
Yeah.
I think I would, if I were him, I would have pumped not itself, but the other one. It's just better.
Interesting. Yeah, 'cause he wants that 30K. What's that Dark Broly type attack?
Yeah, 25 should be
Yeah.
fine. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Especially his opponent having gone through 2 super combos. Maybe he's afraid of like a double beam.
Right.
But I would, because now this other one is kind of useless, right?
Right.
It's a 15K.
Well, it's useless, but it kind of just like you can just keep it on board. You don't attack with it, and then if it survives, you have it for the next turn. So
Understandably, but I would rather, have a 25K and a 20K attacker
Right.
rather than a 30K attacker and a 15K to my opponent's team, right?
okay.
So, because
Oh, I got it.
it probably wasn't going to matter anyway.
Yeah.
Something public presence. Nothing is strong enough to deal damage anymore.
Right. Yeah. And being in it, that is a huge defensive wall to get through.
Yeah. No, he's obviously prepared for the mirror.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in seeing how he because without cooler, how does he turn this into pressure? Robbie's at 8 life.
Yeah. That is true.
So maybe he's trying to gas Robbie out,
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah. So, do you attack with the other Divine Presence just to go ahead and search? I mean, just to search another skill list?
Well, sure. I mean, it has dual attack. Might as well.
Yeah.
But
You
you're
know-
probably not comboing into it.
No. Something interesting you can do with After Image in this deck.
Mm.
If you have like a one drop, like a one drop to 17 that you can mill, you can After Image, give it 40K, awaken, and then heart complete on that.
Demo the Digimon game.
I think I saw around that yesterday. I was like, yeah, that's kind of perfect. That's a pretty snap. Like, that's nice.
But you can do that
So those are
times
bad
for
plays.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Same thing here. Digimon
Alright,
players
so it
will
looks
be
like
coming over here to learn.
He's going after
So
the
please, if you
part.
know Dragon Ball, please teach the Digimon players Dragon Ball. Really appreciate you guys. Please do not abuse this system. This is to teach players that don't already know how to play the game. Okay, guys. So if you know Digimon, teach Dragon Ball. Teach
Yeah,
Digimon.
this has
If you
minus
know
5
Dragon
right now.
Ball, teach
15
Dragon
keep
Ball.
comboing up
And
to
if you know Dragon
25.
Ball, you can learn
Yeah.
Digimon.
So it looks like he's going after leader. Certainly.
Dumping Coit. That's probably not going to matter because Robbie's tapped out with no unison.
No, Robbie doesn't care right now. Robbie's under no pressure. He's at 8 life.
Yeah. Now he's going to draw 1, mill up to 3.
And this is is just the strength of this deck. It's just
Oh, okay, good. That's a good mill on the Heartfelt. It's pretty dead at this point. And you got a 17.
Guess he just leaves it
You
there.
stop there, yeah.
That'll mill itself.
Yep.
So pretty good.
Yep.
So I think he'll stop here.
No, I think he attacks one more time. Knowing Robbie?
No.
Oh, he just told me I'm wrong. Okay.
Well, it's a 10K and it would be a 5K attack.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Against the 20K, you're right.
I get it. I mean, he could draw the skill list,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that one had attacked already. Maybe
Right,
not.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're
Alright,
like,
so now he has to play cleanup here. He's at 3 lives, so he's not like dead. Okay,
Yeah.
this helps. You can minus 15. The rested one, okay. Makes sense.
probably gonna send some attackers into that.
Yep. Robbie's just fine to let that die. He doesn't need to protect that. His leader's gonna draw him gas. Whether he draws it for turn or just uses his sparking 20.
Right.
So he's gonna be able to consistently apply. This is the thing about the Son Goku deck, or the U7 deck, is that it just consistently applies pressure, for 4 or 5 turns straight. So even if you deal with its board, it always has a follow-up.
Right. The fact that he's at 8 life is crazy because like any attacks are just gonna refill his hand. Like,
Yeah.
we just take this double strike, you get 2 cards to hand. It's not like your opponent is killing you this turn, even with Symphony.
So looking, he gets to search these rival seekers. So
Yeah.
kind of nice defensively,
Right.
but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough.
He has a testing it off hand too. So he has combination attack, Beerus, testing the off rival seeker. He does have some like good defense in his hand. The
Yeah, I
question
just
is,
think Robbie's just going to drop a seeker right on him.
yeah, I was gonna say, is that good enough against the 8 drops?
Yeah. So one-sided board way. Robbie's making the correct. I think you do, because if you take this double strike, then the rest of his attacks start becoming a little bit more menacing.
Right.
Sure, he might not kill you, but if there's a world where he violent raise you next turn,
Right.
then you're maybe not killing him, right?
Yep.
So you just want to make sure that the rest of his he just by throwing that 5K,
Yeah.
he made his opponent pass his turn.
Right. Exactly.
None of these attacks matter now.
Yeah. So you think it's just time to slam an 8 drop?
Whether he has it, 100%. I mean, I would smell first for the violent raise.
Yeah.
See what this Goku can do. Just because, well, for getting violent raise, you'd rather know before you commit anything to the board.
Yeah.
But most likely, it's probably just worth to just put my opponent at 2 life and clear their board.
Right.
Seems like a great trade while I'm at 8 life. I'm sure Robbie plays a ton of Chonguas too.
Yeah.
At least 2.
Oh,
Dragon Ball tutorial. If you don't have anybody from teach you, please download the app, the tutorial app.
Oh,
DBS players don't read their cards. That's
So if you need a Dragon Ball teacher,
That's kind of
you don't have one,
difficult
please
to
download
reverse. So we're gonna just play out.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about it. It's really not that big of a deal.
I'm sure he had another target, but yeah, I mean that one. It's a good card to add off.
It's just called accepted game state. Like
Yeah,
both
exactly.
players allowed it. Table judge didn't catch it. We didn't catch it. It's fine. Who cares?
Yeah. These are a lot of new cards technically. It's
Yeah.
only been around for less than a month. So
Yeah. Sub to the Patreon. I agree. Sub to the Patreon.
top tier content.
Top tier content. Duval, I know you make videos for the Patreon.
Yeah.
Me and Sublet make videos for the Patreon.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think there's much to be learned. I think for newer players more than anybody.
yeah.
Just kind of getting an idea of what top level players are thinking about how they're building their decks
Yeah.
gives them a good, maybe a little edge on their opponents at locals or something.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so
Testing.
he's testing it.
Yeah.
Well, this is like the juiciest Seeker of my life.
This definitely feels like
If he has it.
a good Goku. Yeah,
It's probably in his life, honestly.
yeah,
Or bottom of the deck, I guess.
yeah,
Okay, so he's just continuing on the game plan.
yeah.
I would say that Robbie's falling behind on board, but he's so ahead on life that
Right.
it doesn't really matter anymore.
Well, his opponent's at 2 now, so pretty much any attack is lethal. Yeah, you know, chat never misplays. Yeah, that's it. Watching you and Summit ragging on each other is worth the price of the Patreon. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. We appreciate the support. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we do our best, man. We try to provide good content for you guys. Oh, here we have. All right,
Do you
yeah,
think he's going for it here?
yeah. I
He has it, right?
So the interesting thing is that Goku cannot be removed by skills on your turn. So something like combination attack will not be able to kill it. If he can manage to neg it to 0, it will die. But you know, it's pretty hard to neg something to like a solid 25k. Here we have a divine presence. And
Another one.
if he buffs the attacking Goku, I would say like that's a pretty
I think this
that's a telegraph chop
on
on.
seal the game because it's
Yeah.
you can't combination attack it.
Yeah.
I think he has a counterplay. He has another one. No, he does not. He's out, right? Oh no, he does have one.
Does, yeah.
He does have one. So he's gonna have to get this thing minus 15.
He
And,
could hit the one that's attacking.
well, his leader's attacking.
Okay. No, I thought divine presence was attacking.
No, this is the leader swing.
Okay,
He comboed up to 25.
I got you.
I guess he didn't want to go overkill on the divine presence swing.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you're right.
on that, he
he's
gave that
buffing me.
leader plus 5, so he's gonna be 30k here. And we're playing around Bean, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessary, but I think it's gonna end up with him winning regardless. So
Yeah.
his opponent really needed a violent raise here to live against these. I really like Divine Presence.
Yeah.
One of my favorite cards. It's just so much damage. You just cannot stop that. It's real big.
I like also the fact that divine presence can also just replace Topo. If you play it defensively, you can buff your leader to 20,
Yeah.
which in obviously not like in every matchup it's not the same as Topo, but it's just it like immediately replaced Topo in my opinion.
So he's trying to combination attack. That doesn't work.
Yeah, that does not work. So
Yeah, these guys are immune to those.
yeah.
That's why they're so strong. That just cannot be removed by skills.
Yeah.
My turn is just
And the violent race came so late. I guess you still play it here, but
oh, you have to.
yeah,
Or you die.
he got the violent race off of the life. Oh man. So now it's kind of like when Robbie coming off that 19k to play around B, now it kind of backfired, you know?
Searching for another skill list. Looks like he doesn't have any. Yeah. He should have kept that 19k around, but it was
Yeah. Hard to predict.
It's sometimes hard to predict. I think he still hasn't used his leader effects. I think there's just a very good chance that he's just like grab back an Android 17.
Yeah.
Or
Or Frieza.
if he doesn't already have one, or freeze a super
Yeah.
combo, whatever he needs, and just finish off his opponent.
Man. And you know, his opponent's at 1 life, which means as soon as he summons Vegeta, the game is over. The question
Yeah.
is, where is Vegeta? Like you said, it is probably in his life.
Well, he's looked through his deck already. So
Yeah.
he knows.
Yeah.
He knows for sure where it's at.
Right.
I just don't think that we can deal 8 damage. The Secret can deal a lot of damage. If Robbie taps out and doesn't have violent raise or testing the opposition or something like that,
Yeah.
the Secret can deal 7 damage.
Yeah. No, it's not impossible to like
Not impossible.
0 to 7. I've seen it happen. I'm sure you've seen it happen.
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, triple strike, dual attack, 40k.
Yeah.
When your leaders of 10k.
Your leader's a 10k, and like this board is gonna attack really nicely into a 10k leader,
Yes.
and then it crits a life on top of that. So hey. Yeah, how many cards does Robbie have left in deck? Very little. Definitely very little.
He's been milling very aggressively.
Yeah.
I think trying to find the Secret Rare or just maybe he has some drop area effects.
I love watching the way Robbie plays. He's just always so aggressive. You can add back a super combo. It looks like he doesn't have a freeze in hand. He's gonna go.
Interesting that he went with the. Well, I guess this one represents 2 attacks.
2 attacks. Yeah.
So he gets the most amount of juice out of this guy.
Yeah, and you get to kill the double striker, which is nice. But it really is. Is it really just gonna come down to the shotgun here?
I don't think it's a shotgun, really. I think it's more like if I die, if I get out comboed, sure. I mean, who cares? I might take life, right?
If you can force Brandon to combo off some of this board, you're in an excellent position.
Yeah.
And then you just refill your hand based off of the.
And imagine he has some amount of extra cards in hand. So.
Oh, he's comboing off the. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see. And you got one more attack, so let's see if the one. Again, does this one attack do it? 19, 20. All right.
So Robbie has 2 non-comboable cards in there.
Yeah.
I can assume, but he's at 8 life. So
Yeah. So
I think it's legitimately like almost impossible, but it would be secret for sure.
Yeah.
Like leader swing into secret rare. Hopefully that gets there.
Yep.
Because I don't see him living another turn. That's for sure. Surprised that Robbie just didn't bother. Yeah, interesting. Because he had it back to Frieza with the leader effect.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, dude, he's got a dirty burst in hand, which is just not relevant. It is actually a 1-mana negate, but it's just not. When you're at 1 life, it doesn't matter.
No, not really.
He's just like add back super combo pass. I mean, there's no way you're surviving against even what's on board. Plus the possibility of like if he has a 1-mana 10k, he couldn't have like a Goku,
Yeah, he's just not gonna be able to live.
Yeah.
No, taking out that. I mean, he can clear the board, but that's literally.
I got a violent race.
That's his 2 negates.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be enough.
Yeah.
Robbie doesn't find secret rare. He doesn't have any attackers left.
Yeah.
It would just be leader.
Just the leader. Well, if he had a 1-mana 10k in hand, then he would have an attacker. So if it's Goku.
Oh, yeah, the 8-drop Goku. Fair enough. Yeah, 8-drop Goku. Wouldn't be enough to win.
No, because you dirty burst it.
Yeah, so.
Very interesting. Man, those negates maybe come in clutch here. If it's Vegeta secret rare, the game's definitely.
No, well, I mean, yeah, he's just dead on.
Oh, he's got an
Dead on the
18. He's got the 18 skillless combo card. I guess that represents some type of
I'll be
attacker.
charging violence. I don't know if I would do that exactly.
Oh, yeah. Was that a Frieza?
He really just needs like the 2 attackers.
Yeah.
So negate has to be used here.
Yeah, this is tough. If he doesn't negate this, we know 1-card combo is the game, so.
Question here, is he debating whether it's a violent raise
Yeah.
and use the auto or just violent raise as a negate and keep the dirty burst? It's
Just
like
violent raise.
Just fires off the violent raise, no additional effect.
Yeah.
Brandon knows the secret rares in life. You think he can mill him out?
It's tough the way Robbie's been playing, bro. I mean, he can't have that many more cards in deck, We're talking about something. One, did he get a free? Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's game for
Yeah,
sure.
freeze this game.
Yep. That only stops 1 attack. That freezes game.
Well, technically, he can combo off his Frieza to get rid of that one.
Yeah. Oh, and then negate. No, Robbie has one. Like he's got a combo with the card in his hand.
Oh, he has at least.
He has the 18
Yeah.
that like combos on a skill list.
Oh, he's drawing.
Already
Trying to
were-
rip the super combo off. the
Okay.
top. Fair.
I can't see what it is.
Me either.
Tough. Very interesting.
Is it 2 or 1? It's 2.
Yeah.
It's 2 to draw.
Yeah.
Well, he has a 10k.
Yeah, he had the Goku.
Oh,
Yeah.
multiple 10k.
There. Okay, there we go. That's it. Yep. There we go. All right. Hyper aggro taking it.
Probably first.
We're winning with
Always certainly in life.
8 life. That is nuts.
No, Secret was actually in
It
deck.
is in deck. Okay. Bottom.
Deck.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
All right, that was a good game.
That was a good game indeed. So yeah, like you said, we saw, switch over the face cam real quick.
Yeah.
So U7, most popular deck in the room, most popular deck in top cut. These were the two oddball ones. We had Hyper
Yeah.
Aggro with Saiyan Scions. We had Red Blue with Sensu Bean combination attack. Robbie playing like 3 Divine Presence that game. Pretty nutty.
Like the rival secret tag.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of interesting. I'm sure it counts for the U7 counts.
Yep.
I'm not sure if all of the techs are mono red U7s. I gotta
Oh.
go back and read all that.
So for the requirements, like the sparking requirements, none of them have to be mono red because me and Sublet were side decking the Shin, the black Shin one drop.
Oh, okay.
That's a U7 and it contributes to all the sparking. So
Oh, okay.
your leader doesn't say you need
The
7
sparking,
mono
you mean
red.
the limit ones, like
The limit ones, yeah. They just say you need 5 U7s. Your leader
Got it.
says you need 7 U7s, not
Got it.
mono red. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So it does actually have some synergy. It just can't be searched off of that particular android. But that's interesting. I like the idea. Robbie.
Robbie.
I think that's going to be an interesting see. Maybe the blue red has some type of
Yeah.
advantage in the mirrors. I mean, the Sensu Bean is just being such a strong card.
Yeah.
For what you're able to do defensively and offensively.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting. I like that we got to see 2 different looks. I hadn't seen those decks in action
Exactly, yeah.
before this event, so that was really cool.
Yeah, definitely. So guys, we're gonna go on a quick intermission and we will be back with the next round. Thank you guys for tuning in.